In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Joshua Alera, theft, 14-139. We're scheduled for revocation hearing.
There's no plea offer that we've received in this case. Do you know, were you screened for that?
Yes, I was.
Do you know if they accepted you?
I didn't get a word back.
When was the plea offer made?
Apparently Mr. Alera had expressed an interest in being part of the drug court program and has been screened. I have Mr. Flower from their office checking to see what the status is on whether he's been accepted or approved. But the screening process has taken place.
Okay.
When I spoke with Ms. Watson on November 6th, she advised that he had been approved, but I haven't seen anything documentation-wise to verify that.
Or how long it'll take him to check?
He said he was placing a phone call right now, but if you wanted to recall the case while he's finding out, that he should have an answer for us soon.
Everything can be done in Mr. Shelley's many cases.
Your Honor, we can probably just go ahead and place on the record if Mr. Shelley wants to come out what our plan is for him.
Brent Shelley, 15-16, 14-188, 15-151, 15-158, 14-185.
Okay. So I'm over the next problem. Okay. All right. We'll do that. Okay. Your Honor, Mr. Shelley has 3 concurrent probation cases, 2 new cases. Both of the new cases are drug charges. He is willing to be screened for drug court, and apparently has even volunteered that he would go through their treatment program through DCC before even starting the supervision portion of the program. So he is more than willing to be screened and seems to be a good candidate, at least in my eyes. So if we could if we could reset his cases for December 11th, but if he's approved and can enter a plea in front of Judge Webb before that date, then we can handle it that way. I'm not part of that process, but he would seem to be a good candidate, in my opinion, for what that's worth.
December 11th.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll make a post to that effect. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Jennifer Seymour, 15-99, drug paraphernalia, 15-142, methamphetamine paraphernalia, 15-134, paraphernalia.
Your Honor, we were able to confirm that Ms. Seymour was arrested on a new felony drug charge. And we also have confirmed that it was prior to this new charge, but she was found to be eligible for drug court. So if we could, and I don't know how long Mr. Bradford needs to take a look at this new filing, or if they're going to file it, or the new case, but we're set for trial on all of these cases next week, and I think we're going to have some resolution for drug court. But with the new case, I'm not sure where it's going to go. I think Mr. Bradford's indicating that she still may be a candidate, but I'll let him speak to that, and that would be our intention.
If the new charges are a possession-type case, if they do not involve selling or something along those lines, I don't see why she would still not be a good candidate for drug court. Their only concern may be if there's a failure to appear. Drug court being as intensive a program as it is, will she be present and participate? But if she's willing to be screened, they're certainly willing to screen her, or if they need to do a rescreening, that's fine. But I would propose the same thing in her situation, if we could place them on the December 11th docket, and if she's approved, that plea can be entered in front of Judge Webb prior to that date.
And we'll take the time to request the continuance on that, Judge. That'll be our motion. Judge, Ms. Seymour, I don't think it's in her best interest, and I'm not advocating this point, but she wanted to address the court with respect to bond, and I've told the court what the facts are with what happened last time. The court let her out on an ankle monitor, and then she got this new charge. So if she wants to address the court, I don't think it's in her best interest, but she has that opportunity.
I want to apologize, sir, first of all. I know none of this is really excusable. My addiction has gotten probably way out of hand. I am willing to do whatever it takes to change my life and my drug addiction. I'm willing to go through the drug court and do what it takes to fix this problem for me, and not only for me, but for my family and my son.
Okay.
I know this is probably irrelevant, but...
Are you willing to sit in jail till December 11th?
I don't... well, we're moving at the moment. I know this is probably irrelevant, but we just got a new house, and my husband's needing me to move, help him move. I don't know if... I'm willing to, be at home and not move. I'll stay home and do what I have to do to stay clean, and while I wait for my next court date.
You'd be better off in jail.
Yes, sir.
Even Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
Introducing the newest member of the Yamaha off-road family. It thrives in the most remote, rugged terrain. It never steps down from a challenge and travels long distances in search of adventure. The all-new Yamaha Wolverine. It's a whole new animal.
Travis Duvall, 15-51, 14-121.
Judge, on the 1551, we have a negotiated plea, and I think the state has a motion on the other case.
Okay, may I see it?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. I have a precedent for the court's approval in the other case.
Okay.
Pursuant to the plea agreement, 2015-51 state will move to NAWPROS 2014-121.
Okay.
Yes, I
Mr.
have.
Duvall, I'm looking at a police statement here. Have you gone over this?
Is that what we...
Yes.
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, and this is your signature.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel you understand what's set out in your police statement?
Yes, sir.
You understand the charges against you and the range of penalties if you're convicted?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty to possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia?
Yes, sir.
By entering these pleas of guilty, you're giving up your right to have a trial and you cannot appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Other than this recommendation as to your sentence, have you been promised anything other than that?
Not really, sir.
Have you been threatened or pressured in order to get you to change your plea?
No, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you're in fact guilty?
Yes, sir.
I wonder about December 15th of 2014. This is not a revocation, is it?
No, sir.
December 14th of last year here in Boone County, were you in possession of some methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia?
Yes, sir.
Have you been to the penitentiary before?
No, sir, I've never been.
I hate it that it come to this.
Me too, sir.
At any rate, the court has judged you guilty. You're sentenced to 4 years on each charge. You run concurrent. Receive credit for 124 days jail time. You run concurrent with your Carroll County case. You're fined $500. You'll pay $4,345 on the pay for stay ordinance, a $250 DNA fee, a drug fee of $125, $20 booking fee, $200 in cost, $100 public defender fee. You pay what you owe at the rate of $100 per month, beginning within 60 days after your release, and you make your payments to the Sheriff's Department here in Boone County. David Golden. It's 15-97, breaking or entering and theft.
Judge, this is a case where we're still waiting on all of the restitution. Mr. Golden has half of it. By agreement, we would ask the court to put it on for December 11th for resolution. Told the time.
December 11th, 9:30.
Yes, sir.
State versus Corey East, 15189, theft, fleeing, leaving the scene of an accident, no charges.
Corey East. Judge, we do have a resolution in the case. However, we don't have the paperwork today, so if we can put it on whatever the next court date is, we'll have all that paperwork and we'll resolve the case on that date, and we'll toll the time between now and then.
Yeah, the defense has accepted the state's offer, Your Honor. I just need to double check with the victim to make sure there's no restitution issues involving the vehicle.
December 11. 14-139, Joshua Alera, theft of property.
Judge, if we could set this matter before Judge Webb for his next drug court day, is that when they take pleas?
What they'll
for
do
drug
is
court?
we'll reset him for a week from today,
Okay.
and they'll enter the plea in front of Judge Webb on that date. But he has been accepted and approved, so we can enter the plea next week.
8:30 on November 20th.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Christopher Hirsch.
Yes.
And that is 15-173, possession of methamphetamine and fleeing on foot.
Your Honor, there's nothing to take up on Mr. Hirsch today. That he has some fairly serious charges out of Marion County that need to be resolved either at the same time or prior to this. So based on that, we would, I don't know when he is set, but
Okay, well, I'll just indicate that we'll leave it as scheduled.
leave it as good. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
I'm showing a plea deadline of December 11th.
Yes, sir. That'll be
Okay,
fine.
thank you.
Thank you.
State versus Justin Hurd, also known as Justin Willett, 15-203, computer child pornography, sexual indecency with a child, unlawful dissemination of pornography. Are there any pretrial matters to take up?
Not today, Your Honor. There was an issue with the bond, but I think we resolved that in front of Judge Webb last week.
Okay. All right, we'll leave it as scheduled. Thank you, sir.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Is there any way I can get a bond reduction?
What did you resolve with Judge Webb about a bond?
Judge,
The issue that we resolved with Judge Webb was just the issue of arrest dates and whether or not certain rules were complied with on filing of charges in a timely manner. We resolved that issue, but bond, I don't believe, was ever addressed.
I think it's currently at $100,000, Your Honor.
Your Honor, there's also a case that's been submitted out of Newton County that I believe will be somewhat related to this that Mr. Brown is still reviewing for possible charging decision. The state would not feel comfortable agreeing to a bond reduction at this time. I believe the allegations in the case, Your Honor, that some of these offenses occurred initially, a bond was posted, and then additional offenses were allegedly committed after that first bond was posted.
Okay. At the present time, it looks like just looking at the file, that there is no bond set. So I guess he's entitled to a bond of some kind.
There was a bond of $25,000 posted initially, Your Honor.
Why was he rearrested?
Subsequent offenses were alleged to have occurred after he posted that bond. The information alleges offense dates that cover more than one time period, and the allegations are that some of these occurred after he posted that initial bond. I believe at an 8.1 in front of Judge Kirkpatrick, that bond of $100,000 was set. Does that sound right, Dan?
That's right, Judge. He was arrested in April. There were some allegations of some additional offenses in May. They ultimately searched his place in August, and then he was arrested in August on the new allegations. He did have an 8.1 in front of Judge Kirkpatrick, and I believe initially set a $100,000 bond, and then there was some talk about a no bond situation, and I'm not sure if he's at the $100,000 or a no bond.
Where does he live at?
I think he is here locally, or actually Lead Hill. Your Honor, he lives up in Lead Hill.
Why don't you explore the possibility of I'll tell you what, I'll just set it at $50,000 plus an ankle monitor that he can't get out of his yard unless there's a medical emergency or a court appearance without permission of the court. And there's a particular company I want to go through because they have some advanced capabilities. I'll give you the name of that later.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll need to draw up an order, actual written order to that effect. Yes.
Do I have the privilege to call bond commission at this time with the bond set at $50,000?
Well, you'll have to wait till we get the order drawn with the conditions of the bond.
Okay, are you aware of some other mistake?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, you said medical emergency in what other instance?
Court appearance.
Court appearance. Thank you.
But I want to talk with the two of you about the ankle monitor situation.
Yes, sir.
State versus Cynthia Killip, 14-99, possession of methamphetamine with purpose to deliver. 15-159, delivery of methamphetamine, couple of counts. I'm looking at 15-159.
Your Honor, may I address the court?
You may.
Your Honor, I've been involved with one of these cases for some time, and Ms. Killip absconded from the jurisdiction of the court. And, Your Honor, she's failed to adhere to terms of our agreement for my representation, and I base that for my motion, so for good cause it has to be withdrawn from her case.
Do you know which of the two cases you represent?
I didn't bring that motion with me.
Your Honor, it's the 2014-99.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably the oldest case you've got.
Who represents her on the new case? Who represents you on your new case, ma'am?
Mr. Wright.
Mr.
We do, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, let me, in the new case, is there anything to be done today?
There's no motions filed. We just recently got this case.
Okay.
I understand it's set for trial next week. Is that correct?
Maybe.
It is.
Let's see.
Your Honor, if the public defender is going to be appointed in the 99 case, then I would ask this matter be continued so we can pursue some sort of wrap-up plea if necessary.
Do you need her to fill out an application?
Well, she's filled one out in the 150 159 case.
Okay.
If Mr. Moon's going to be relieved, then we have this application in the 1499 case.
Yeah, I'll quote the public defender in 1499. Did you have an order, sir? Did you?
I'll get one to the court, Your Honor.
All right, make a docket entry. All right. That's all we can do today, ma'am. Thank you.
Your Honor, Beth.
Sir, I left. I didn't go on court. I was out of town, and I didn't get back in time. And then I had that alien bench warrant for missing court. That court in September. Is there any way I can get a bond? I've been to all my court dates for a year and a half, sir.
Well, you're entitled. Yeah, you're entitled to a bond. Which one was an alien's warrant issued?
Both. She failed to appear for arraignment in the 2015 case and failed to appear for a pretrial in the 2014 case. And Judge, she wasn't just.
Warrant, sir, it had May 5th, and it was for missing court in September. So I don't even understand that.
Your Honor, I have filed amended informations in both cases alleging the failure to appear. I have attached the documentation in both cases to clearly show that she knew to be here on the date that she failed to appear, and she was not just out of town, she was out of state. Her bondsman had to go to Texas to get her back.
Mr. Campbell said that he wouldn't go off my bond.
Did you come back,
Yes, sir.
Marlon, or did someone have to come after you?
Mr. Campbell then came after me, sir, but when I talked to Mr. Campbell, he said that he would not go off my bond. And I've talked to him since I've been back.
I'll set $100,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I mean, sir, I was out a year and 8 months and never fled or anything. I mean, I came to every court date except for that one. For a whole year and 8 months.
Okay.
That'll cover both cases, Your Honor.
Yes. Okay, thanks a lot.
Judge, before she leaves, the motion for continuance by the defense, since we've now been appointed to both cases.
We could just file a motion, we'll take it up.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
We moved here in June, 18 years ago, and had not been in the house more than a week, and I popped my hip out of joint. And that was my first experience. And of course, the ER saved my life. I had an aortic aneurysm. And it had leaked all night. As soon as they brought me in here, they knew exactly what it was and exactly what to do.
I love working as a nurse, and I wouldn't have this job without North Arkansas College. Tuition was truly affordable, the teachers were passionate, and I got the hands-on education that I needed. Practical nurse employers report a 100% satisfaction rate for North Ark graduates, and that was impressive.
North Ark's allied health programs offer degrees in nursing, paramedics, medical lab technology, radiologic technology, surgical tech, and more. Classes begin January 11th. Enroll today at 870-391-3505 because a North Ark education works.
Shiny Shelby stickers are sure to be seen under any lighted Christmas tree adorned with red and green. This holiday season, let Shelby's help you add some shine to your Christmas. Our latest collection of old world ornaments are sure to please any collector. Fill your kitchen with the aroma of aspen mulling spices as you whip up one of our easy appetizers or snacks. Don't forget the kids. We have plenty of shiny, new boy or girl elf on the shelf just waiting to be adopted. Shop local at Shelby's this Christmas. We are sure to put the shine on your gift giving.
State versus Jennifer Seymour, 15-99, drug paraphernalia, 15-134, the same, 15-142, methamphetamine, drug paraphernalia, other charges.
I know Ms. Seymour was recently on the fugitive docket, but I also believe that she may have been screened for drug court. I'm not sure what the status is on that.
Ms. Seymour, did you get rearrested on a new charge? Okay, that's all you need to say. Okay, Judge, she was let out on an ankle monitor last time we were here, and I think she has a new arrest since she's been out. So Mr. Bradford didn't have any information on that, and I think that's why she's still sitting in jail.
I think I got a message from district court that she had been arrested, and I guess she's being held on a district court warrant.
So it may not be a new felony charge.
I don't know.
Let's have her transported, Judge.
Okay, we'll bring you to the courthouse, ma'am. Okay, State versus Donald Miller, 15-141, forgery, theft, 15-169, loitering, breaking or entering, mischief, 15-174, theft, breaking or entering, 15-178, theft, breaking or entering. Everything be done in his case.
Your Honor, at this point, the state believes it has complied with discovery. We have not made an offer yet. I'm still needing to meet with the victims in 3 of the 4 cases to verify restitution figures involving damage to property, recovered property, property that may not have been recovered, and I anticipate making an offer that will encompass all of his cases. But I need to meet with the victims first.
Anything else?
Nothing by the defense. Mr. Miller, what jail are you being held at?
Baxter County, sir.
All right, I'll be over to see you.
Thank you.
State versus Andrew Raines, possession of methamphetamine, marijuana, other charges, 15-153.
I believe there was a failure to appear issued in this case on September 4th, Your Honor, and I see Mr. Campbell approaching the bench.
Yes, sir. Well, we hadn't got him yet, but we got him pinned down pretty close to 3 different places.
Okay.
How much time would you like to have?
Oh, it might take 60 days at least.
Okay. It's about 90.
That'll be fine.
Mr. Campbell would respectfully request an additional 90 days, Your Honor.
You see, did you ever get his deal served? He's got a warrant out there, don't he?
Yeah, from September.
Okay. Yeah. Because he brought me a lot of you get picked up.
Continued on Bondsman's motion to February 12th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State versus Antonio Osler, 15209, possession of marijuana with the purpose to deliver, paraphernalia, driving on suspended license, careless driving. Good morning.
Good morning.
You have a lawyer, sir.
Not at this time. I was the charges were in the other courthouse, and in my trial they stopped it. I had one over there, but they moved it over here. They stopped my
It
trial.
was a situation, Your Honor, where there may have been some traffic tickets issued that were connected to this case, and we went ahead and had those pulled so we could just take care of everything in one court. We did mail a copy of our file to Mr. Osler on November 5th. Did you receive that
No, I did
mail?
not.
Okay. We had let me make sure we have a good address for you. If you would just, the court's permission, I would like for Mr. Osler, as long as he's representing himself, we just need to have a good address so we'll know where to send discovery.
1521 North Wabash.
1521 North Wabash.
Springfield, Missouri, 65802.
Sir, do you intend to hire a lawyer or make application to the public defender?
I intend on hiring an attorney. I filed for a motion of discovery, and they said they didn't have the lab results in, but I had everything else. So I just got that today, but I'm trying to hire an attorney.
You understand the allegations against you?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering a plea of not guilty?
Yes, sir.
And you said the zip code was 65802?
Yes.
Okay. We put 65807 on the envelope, so that might be why you didn't receive it.
Okay.
I'm going to direct that you reappear on December 11th at 9:30.
Okay.
For attorney status.
Okay.
Okay, free to go.
Thank you.
State versus Yoshi Urena, 15219, theft, escaped in the third degree.
Your Honor, I show that Mr. Urena was served with the warrant on November 2nd and given today's date at 8:30 to appear. Oh, okay, here he is. He's present, Your Honor.
You have a lawyer, sir? Not at the moment, sir. Do you intend to hire a lawyer or make application to the public defender's office? I just filled out an application. Just filled one out, okay. Well, maybe we can take a look at that.
May I approach him?
You may.
I don't think he's completed it.
Oh, let me take a look at it.
I can ask him.
Okay. On the back here, it's asking about your expenses, and there's other information to be filled out on the lower part of it. Sir. So go back there and try again. Yes, sir.
Make sure you fill out.
State versus Corey East. Theft of property, fleeing, reckless driving, leaving the scene of an accident, overtaking of a vehicle on the left. 15189.
Your Honor, can we recall Mr. East later on in the docket?
Yes.
Thank you.
State versus Richard Baker. Breaking or entering, theft, criminal mischief, resisting arrest, fleeing on foot, 15-214.
Mr. Baker, come on. Judge, with respect to Mr. Baker, I believe Mr. Moon had contacted our office a couple of weeks ago and indicated he might be representing Mr. Baker, and I don't believe that is the case. However, Mr. Baker has indicated he would like to hire private counsel. So,
okay, is this on Division 3 now, Union?
No, sir. I show a scheduling order's already been issued by Jeff Blair.
Yeah. Why do we come before the court today?
maybe attorney status, Your Honor, but I'm not sure.
Your Honor, I believe there may be attorney status in 2015-161. He has two cases on the docket.
No. So what?
As you recall, Your Honor, we have Mr. Bradford and I had a conversation regarding that matter, that the two people that hired me then had a big disagreement, and I told them I couldn't represent. If they're going to have a disagreement, I can't represent Mr. Baker. If they're going to, they would kind of, so I have an order in that case.
Okay. Well, somewhere in this pile, the other case exists, I assume. So when I come to it, I'll call you again. State versus Barry Randall.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison is a Health Mart town. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the square downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Attention safe drivers, keep your vehicle safe with new tires from Worley Tire. Stop in and visit with our friendly and knowledgeable staff and get the tires that are best for your car, truck, or SUV. You can even shop with us online at WorleyTire.com. Worley Tire also features batteries, alignments, tire rotation, and repair. Visit us on the web and like us on Facebook for the latest deals and specials that can keep you and your family safe. Worley Tire, 804 East Stevenson in Harrison.
My dad was a welder, and I always knew that is what I wanted to do. At North Arkansas College, 85% of graduates are working in their field within 6 months of graduation. I got my welding technology certificate and had several job offers even before I finished the program.
North Ark's Business and Technology Division offers education in engineering technology, construction trades, information systems, and more. Classes begin January 11th. Contact admissions at 870-391-3505 and enroll today, because in North Ark, education works.
Gifts, gifts, and more gifts. That's what you'll find at Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. Come in and browse our vast assortment of unique Christmas ornaments, wreaths, and wall decor. For the holidays, Sisters has added a new line of candies, cookies, treats, and snacks, all for under $10. Whether you're looking for a bold centerpiece, an artistic floral arrangement, serving pieces, or all-occasion tabletop items, Sisters has something for everyone. Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
What's the first thing you notice when you walk into an Arbest?
When I come in and they call me by name.
Half of the people there call me Aunt Bliss.
Even the branches that I don't go in a lot, usually I get a greeting.
When you get off work, you want to see happy people.
They always say good morning or good afternoon.
They answer everything I need.
I enjoy seeing my family at Arbest at any time.
When I'm running late and you think you're not going to make it and those doors are still open here, it's a relief.
Arvest Bank. Our customers say it best.
Arkansas Orthopedics and Sports Medicine now offers you 2 orthopedic surgeons, both trained in all the latest surgical techniques. Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler specialize in all forms of orthopedic problems and injuries, from torn rotator cuffs to joint replacement, even sprains or broken bones. Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler will see you quickly and with the highest standard of efficiency. The entire staff of Arkansas Orthopedics works to keep you moving. Call today for an appointment. Call Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler in Harrison at 741-8289.
State versus Craig Hendrickson, drug paraphernalia, 15-218 and 15-144, theft by receiving paraphernalia, methamphetamine, explosive materials. You may.
Judge, if we can have this set to 4th Division, I think it'd be Mr. Russo's case.
Okay.
Your Honor, it looks like there was a failure to appear on October 9th, and he was picked up on that warrant on November 6th.
In 15-218, the drug paraphernalia charge, is he entering a plea of not guilty?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I do have a copy of our file provided in defense, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. I have him appear before Judge Webb on this new case on November 20th. Nine o'clock.
I guess we can have Judge Webb take up the bond issue, Judge, at that time.
Let's see. Let me look at the older case, 15-144.
And that's the case the failure to appear was in.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I'll set it for 20th also. Okay, that's all we can do today, sir. State versus Diane Hodge, possession of controlled substances and drug paraphernalia, 15-282.
Your Honor, she was served with her failure to appear on November 4th. I believe the failure to appear occurred on August 14th. And this is also a Division 4 case. But when she was served with the warrant, she was given today's date to be back in court.
I have her up here before Judge Webb on November 20th at 9 o'clock. Anything else?
No, sir.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. State versus George Malone, theft of leased, rented, or entrusted personal property, 15-121.
Your Honor, a failure to appear warrant was issued pursuant to a non-appearance on, I have September 4th of this year, and he was served on November 9th.
Okay.
Now, he was given November 20th as his date to appear, but since this case was on your docket, we went ahead and put him on for today.
Okay, this is a plea deadline day also.
Judge, we're going to ask to pass the case since it was...
Okay.
We'll take the time. I need some time to talk to him about this.
Okay. I'll just leave this presently scheduled and we can go from there. Anything further to be done?
No, sir.
Okay. That's all we can do today, sir. Thank you. Miranda Malote, 15-129, theft of leased, rented, or entrusted personal property. Morning.
This is a co-defendant in the previous case, Your Honor. I believe it's the same situation. There was a failure to appear on September 4th, and the warrant was served November 9th. Her case is also in your division, so we had her put on today's docket, even though the warrant gave her November 20th as an appearance date.
All right. Do I need to just leave this as scheduled?
That'd be fine, Judge. It's Mr. Russo's case. There was conflict, so...
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. That's all we can do today, ma'am. Well, let's see. Do you know why they didn't appear, Mr. Hancock?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
I tried to get a hold of the public defender's office, and I didn't get an answer, so I left a message. And I called the courthouse too down there, the court date, and told me there wasn't nothing they could do at the courthouse, and I didn't get a hold of anybody at the public defender's office.
Well, that's fine, but why couldn't you be here is the question.
Well, I got my vehicle repossessed, and I'm stuck in the middle of the country, and I couldn't find a ride anywhere.
Where do you live at?
I live in Denver.
Where?
In Vendor, Arkansas, sir.
Oh, Vendor. Okay.
If I have to, I'll walk to court. It's fine. I just can't do it.
Does the state have a suggestion on a bond?
Yeah, Judge, it's kind of hard to recommend a bond when the number of times that we say the primary purpose behind a bond is to ensure someone's appearance in court and then they don't appear. I know this is not, the most serious of charges. It looks like the initial bond was $1,500. The state's going to recommend a bond of $5,000.
Well, I'll send you bond $2,000.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Is that cash or bill?
Pardon me?
I said, is that cash or bill?
Right.
Thank you very much.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, the state is going to ask for an exclusion from speedy trial from September 4th until November 9th.
Very well, draft an order to that effect.
Will do, Your Honor.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison is a Health Mart town. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the square downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
John was the first one to be an inpatient here, and everything was great. And I had heard some negative things about the hospital, and I'm going, what are you talking about? This hospital's great. Why would you want to travel over to Fayetteville when you have this great hospital? All the nurses, everybody, phenomenal.
Introducing the newest member of the Yamaha off-road family. It thrives in the most remote, rugged terrain. It never steps down from a challenge and travels long distances in search of adventure. The all-new Yamaha Wolverine. It's a whole new animal.
State versus Glenn Froelich. Capital murder, 2 counts, possession of firearms by certain persons, felon with a firearm, cruelty to animals. Good morning.
Yeah. Your Honor, Mr. Russo stopped by my office last night and pointed out a discovery issue in the case. I have provided the defense this morning with a copy of our file, including some crime lab reports that have been completed. There are still several left to be completed, including the medical examiner's report. The state's also in the process of dubbing several DVDs containing copies of photos and interviews, and I hope to have those to the defense next week as well. But the initial discovery packet of paperwork was 133 pages, and we provided that this morning.
I did get that, Your Honor. I'm standing in for Mr. Golden, Mr. Russo. Judge, I think based on the fact that there's still discovery outstanding, the crime labs and things, and to get all of that information and process it, we'd probably need to set it over to the January pretrial date. This is a pretty recent case, and I think the pretrial was set for today, but we just got part of the discovery today.
State versus Kelvin Pratt. Rape, computer child pornography, 15165. See, looks like he's already entered a plea of not guilty. Is there anything to be done here today?
No, sir. We just asked the court to set the pretrial over to the next date, if it would.
And the state does intend to meet with the victim to get their input on a plea offer. We anticipate making an offer in the case. Just need to meet with the victim first.
Okay.
That December 11th date, Judge, if it would.
Very well. Thank you, sir. That's all we can do. Christopher Hirsch, 15173, possession of methamphetamine, fleeing on foot.
Your Honor, we have a negotiated plea in that case. He'll need to be brought over.
Very well. We'll transport you to the courthouse, sir. State versus Stephen Simmons, battery in the first degree, battery in the second degree, and permitting abuse of a minor, 15177. Any pretrial motions we need to take up?
No, sir, not at this time.
Your Honor, the state did receive a copy of the medical records from the sheriff's office, and we're in the process of preparing those as a discovery packet, supplemental discovery, and we'll provide that to the defense hopefully next week.
All right, I'll leave it as scheduled. Thank you, sir.
In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. There's a Polaris to match your passion. Confident, comfortable, capable. That's Ace. With a solo cockpit, automotive controls, independent suspension, all-wheel drive, and up to 45 horses of fuel-injected power. Calling it revolution.